What's up, guys? Miles here checking in. I'm back with another lowdown. It's summer. We are getting a little warm here in Salt Lake City, but I'm back here with another lowdown. We are officially closed for the summer. We will be back open in October here in Salt Lake City, but we are still around. We do have some projects we're working on, building some skis, that whole fun stuff. So today, on that topic, I wanted to talk a little bit more about those Protector skis. We have received quite a few questions about them regarding width and length and kind of a whole bunch of other stuff. So I have a list here of kind of our top 5 questions. I kind of simplified them a little bit, or maybe took 1 or 2 questions from a couple different people and kind of mixed them together. So let's go ahead and start off. Kind of just a brief description of those skis, kind of what lengths they do come in, what widths they come in, what to expect as far as weight, radius, things like that. So the Protector, we have 2 different widths, which then translates to a wider tip and tail. We're going to have a Protector 95 and a Protector 105, which pretty much, if it is a 105, it is 10 bigger everywhere else than the 95. So if the 95 is going to be a 110 in the tip, the Protector 105 is going to be a 120 in the tip, where 10 bigger under waist, 10 bigger under foot means 10 bigger in the tip and tail. So that's kind of that 95. 105, the weight on the skis, the 105 at the 184 length sits just about that 1,800 grams, which for me personally, I kind of like to call it a mid-weight ski. It's not necessarily on that light end, but it's not necessarily a big, heavy, tanky ski. With that ash and poplar core, it's going to keep you solid, keep that binding solid to the ski, but still be a little poppy and playful. But with that poplar core, it is going to keep it a little bit lighter, where it's not necessarily the lightest ski for those backcountry days, or maybe if you're going on a tour, but it's not super heavy, where you definitely possible. Me and Tay both have had a couple of days now in the spring, end of this last season, where we threw the skins on, went for a hike, and me personally, I loved that ski in the backcountry, where yeah, maybe it was slightly more work on the uphill, but it was perfect for that downhill, where maybe it even was a little bit better than super lightweight backcountry ski for some of those springtime conditions, where maybe that snow was a little bit heavier in spots where the ski being a little bit heavier helped out. So talking those widths, sizes, things like that, how do you decide? How do I decide between 95 and 105 from Justin? 95, 105. The two, I'd say, in a little bit of a range. I mean, you have some skis that are 96, 97, maybe a 106, 107, things like that. 95 and 105 are going to be the two, pretty much the 2 most popular lengths that we see in a lot of skis. So that's why we went with them. Really, ultimately, kind of depends on where you're skiing, what kind of snow you're skiing, and what your goal is when you go skiing. Where maybe for me personally here in Salt Lake skiing the Wasatch, in that 105, which might be my preferred length, you're skiing a little bit more fresh snow. You're expecting to be off trail a little bit more, where maybe you're skiing a little bit more of that crud or some leftovers, some stuff like that, where maybe that 105 is going to suit you a little bit better, where, maybe you're skiing up here at Alta, wherever that may be. 105 is going to be an awesome ski. But 95 is also an awesome ski, just does something slightly different, where 95 is definitely going to be a little bit easier to get that ski up on edge, where maybe you like carving on a groomer, or maybe you live a little bit further east or Midwest, where, you don't see quite as much snow as, or I guess fresh snow days, where you're skiing more groomers, things like that, a little bit more. That could be where that 95 is going to suit you a little bit better. So both are awesome skis. I had a lot of days on both of them, and I can confidently say both of them are awesome skis. Really, just let's pick and help you find which one matches where you're skiing. So that kind of goes straight into the next question, which is, which length do I pick? Do I go 164, 174, or 184? The Protectors are a very true to length ski, which means the side cut and that effective edge of that ski is going to ski very true to length, where maybe you look at a volet ski or a similar style to that where it's going to have a little bit more tip rise in a volet, things like that, where maybe a 184 in a volet skis a little bit closer to a 180 depending on shape. So the Protector in a 184 going to ski very similar to that 184, or maybe even like a 186 in the ski that you're used to. So if you're in between lengths, maybe you ski a 180 right now. Depending on what ski that is, maybe it has a ton of early rise or maybe it has none at all. Could be worth it to go into the slightly bigger 184 or go into the 174 that is going to actually ski closer to the ski you're currently on. So as always, any of these where maybe something you're still not quite convinced, or you have a question, or you want to go specific, be sure to hit us up, hit me up, shoot me an email, give me a call. We can schedule something up even though we are closed here at the shop. More than happy to jump on a phone with you guys. So we'll jump right into the next question. Where are they made? Where are these beautiful skis here behind me made? And to answer that, they are made right here in the shop, right here in Salt Lake City, Utah at Freeheel Life, which is super cool. We are super happy and proud about that being made here. I mean, as far as cutting down the wood, gluing the cores together, bending the edge, all those processes, they are done right here in Salt Lake City. So as well as that means the material is also acquired from the United States, brought to the Utah, and then we build them here in Salt Lake City, which is super cool. The next question I have is from Al. He says, how does the 95 perform off-piste, and how does the 105 perform on-piste? Great question. That is a perfect question for, kind of ties into that first one I was talking about, where maybe the 95 performs a little bit better on piste or on maybe like an icier groomer, but the 105 performs also really good in that condition, just maybe it's not quite as easy. Same thing with, you look at the 105 off trail where maybe you're skiing a little bit of that softer snow. 105 is going to float a little bit better for you, but the 95 is still going to handle it, still going to crush whatever you throw at it. You're just going to have to slightly work more, and that kind of ties back into where are you located, what are you skiing, things like that. We can talk about it where maybe if you're a all mountain ripper, you never find yourself on a groomer, and if you do, it's very rarely. Maybe that 105 is the perfect ski for you. If you're on the groomer all the time, that 95 probably be the great for you. Kind of wrap it up here. Why are these skis tele skis? Why are they maybe Telemark specific? And that's a great question. Where, I mean, definitely the last 10, 15 years, there hasn't necessarily been a dedicated tele ski. Bishop's doing a great job with those tele skis. That was kind of where our goal was we wanted to build these Freeheel Life skis for you guys, the Freeheel Lifers. So going into that, ash poplar core, that solid binding retention, which is going to keep this guy, which is the most important part of your skiing, attached to the other most important part, which is the skis. So that ash core is really going to hold that binding solid, where you don't really got to worry about picking up a ski. Is this ski going to hold my binding? Am I going to put too much pressure on this ski? That Protector is going to hold up solid with those tele bindings. So that's something, as well as we spent quite a bit of time prototyping and testing these skis. These are kind of the original Telite prototypes. As you can see, they're a little bit narrower. They are actually an in-between size. They're 100, where we split the 95 and the 105 for Tay. He loved these skis, tore them up for the last 2 seasons, really loved them. And then this was the final prototype that turned into this ski next to it. I think the big question where a lot of people say, why is it a tele ski? It really helps a tele skier perform those tele turns with the shape of the ski, with the side cut of the ski, the flex profile. All of the above was taken into consideration when we were building these skis. The tails not a ton of tail rise, maybe slightly on the flatter side, still a little bit, which is going to give you the ability to hook that ski up on a groomer and carve, but it's not too much where you can still carve, but it's not super flat where you like that ski to be able to be quick in a trees or in some bumps, things like that. You have a little bit of that release in the back. They're going to have about 8 millimeters of camber, which is kind of that perfect amount for that telemark turn. Pop them side to side, things like that. Really, the goal was to make these skis a little bit easier to ski for the majority of people, but still for that certain group of people who love to charge hard, who ski hard. That's why the ski is great. They fit both genres. We definitely had a lot of people last year who were somewhere in the middle. They maybe got out 20, 30 days a year, and then we had a couple people last year who ski 90, 100 days, skiing on them every day, skiing them hard, things like that. So it's really, they are built for a wide variety of people. If you are in a Telemark boot or Telemark binding, these Freeheel Life Protector Skis, they will work awesome for you. So as always, guys, it's been Miles with another Lowdown. I am here a couple days during the summer every week. So if you are interested in getting on a phone call, shoot me some emails. We are still around, as well as Taylor is still here, available to take phone calls and emails when I am not here. So if you have a couple questions, or maybe there's one thing you're just not quite sure on, be sure to hit us up, customer service at freeheellife.com. If you follow us on the Instagram, we can get a hold of you there as well. The Facebook page, there's a whole bunch of different options, so feel free to hit us up and we will get you guys dialed in. So thanks for watching, guys. It's been Miles with another Lowdown on the Protector Skis. We'll see you next time.